friends, today we've got fresh footage straight from the front lines. We start with Crimea, and this is truly a historic moment. For the very first time, 2 enemy B-12 Chaika amphibious aircraft have been destroyed. These planes were equipped with expensive systems designed to track and hunt submarines, but even that technology couldn't save them from the strikes. Along with them, another Russian Mi-8 helicopter was also taken down, 1 raid, and 3 enemy air targets eliminated. Ukraine's defense intelligence stresses, this event will go down in history because nothing like this has ever happened in Crimea before. Now we move on to the Pokrovska sector of the front in Donetsk region. These images come from the fighters of the 414th UAV Brigade, better known as the Birds of Madiyar. This unit has already proven its skill many times, and today we see new results of their work. On screen, we see FPV drone operators. Their mission is simple and at the same time extremely difficult: to spot the enemy, guide the drone to position, and deliver a strike with pinpoint accuracy. And the footage we receive shows they are handling this with absolute precision. At first, the drone gains altitude, locks onto the target, and slowly lines up for the attack. Enemy positions, trenches, groups of assault troops, all of it falls into the camera's sight. The operators work calmly and in perfect coordination, as if it were rehearsed. But here, every mistake could cost lives. Strike after strike, explosions shake the ground, and Russian assault troops, unprepared for an aerial attack, are caught completely off guard. The drones literally wipe them out. The footage captures every hit, and the count climbs quickly. In this series of operations, 36 Russian fighters were eliminated. 36 in a short span of time. That's an enormous figure, even for such a tense sector of the front. And there's another detail worth noting. The Birds of Madiyar are known for not hiding the results. They publish the evidence openly, showing exactly what is happening. That includes posthumous photographs of the so-called hero parties. It's harsh, it's difficult to watch, but these images shatter myths and reveal the truth about the price Russia pays in this war. What we see here is not just drone strikes. We are witnessing a new way of warfare. A handful of operators with controllers in their hands can stop an entire enemy unit. They turn a cheap FPV drone into a weapon against which there is no defense. This is the reality of today's battlefield. And as we watch these images, one thing is clear: Ukrainian fighters prove time and again that the initiative is in their hands. The Pokrovska sector is just one part of a vast front line, but here, the Birds of Madiyar demonstrate how new technology and human courage are rewriting the rules of war. New footage from the front. The UAV unit Adamika of Ukraine's 56th Separate Motorized Infantry Brigade captured a telling episode. A Russian drone with a Russian flag attached tried to fly into a frontline village. The meaning of this stunt is obvious: pure propaganda. A special mount with the flag was meant to create the illusion of Russian presence in places where their troops have never been. It was designed as a staged scene, a fake image for reports and so-called heroic stories. But Ukrainian fighters spotted the trick. The enemy drone never achieved its goal. At the very moment when the flag had already fallen to the ground, a Ukrainian drone struck with a direct hit and destroyed the target. This episode is yet another proof. The enemy's lies and staged performances are easy to expose, and every attempt to play for the cameras ends with losses for them. Trick of occupiers in a vehicle. Fresh footage from Donetsk region, where the operators of the Flying Skull unit were at work. The video shows a group of Russian soldiers moving in a car, hoping to stay unnoticed, but their route was already under the sights of Ukrainian drones. The Toretta operators guided their FPV drone straight onto the target. A sharp maneuver, a precise dive, and the strike lands directly on the vehicle. The explosion rips through the car, leaving the occupiers no chance to react. It's a striking and telling moment. 3 enemies taken out with a single blow. A real hat trick from the Flying Skull fighters, who continue to prove how modern weapons are rewriting the rules of the battlefield. The pilots of the Dovebush Hornets continue their methodical hunt against enemy logistics. Russian vehicles move along the roads as if begging to be struck, and the drones don't miss such chances. The FPV drones supplied to the unit by Serhiy Sternenko perform perfectly. We see the operator guiding the drone onto its target, a fast acceleration, a sharp dive, and the explosion turns the enemy vehicle into a ball of fire. Each of these strikes is more than just a destroyed car. It's a disrupted delivery of ammunition, fuel, and supplies. It's a setback for the enemy and an advantage for our troops. The Dovebush Hornets prove that the occupiers' logistics are fragile and vulnerable, and as long as these drones are in the sky, every road for the Russians could be their last. On the Pokrovska front, Russian logistics keep taking hits. Flying Skull is at work. Ukrainian FPV drones strike one target after another. A car with occupiers destroyed. A motorcyclist taken out. The infamous Bukanka van blown apart. Another vehicle gone. An enemy gun wiped out. And finally, a Soviet motorcycle with 2 occupiers eliminated in a direct strike. Flying Skull shows once again no transport, no weapon, no road is safe for the enemy. Ukrainian drones are tearing Russian logistics to pieces. The footage shows the work of the Horizon Group, who continued to track and shoot down enemy drones. This time, another Merlin VR worth about $300,000 was destroyed. In addition, 6 Supercam drones, 1 Molnia, and 1 Zala were also taken down. Each strike is clearly visible in the video. The drone locks onto the target, makes a sharp maneuver, and hits. The camera captures the fall and the wreckage. Within a short period of time, multiple enemy drones are taken out one after another. Footage from the village of Veliki Prokhody, Kharkiv region. After completing their mission, Ukrainian fighters were returning with their driver. At the crossroads, a Russian drone was already waiting. The first 2 shots hit the camera directly, which prevented the operator from guiding the drone by fiber optics to the vehicle. The next shot turned out to be decisive. The enemy FPV drone was destroyed. The video clearly shows the moment of impact and the fall of the UAV. Precise professional work that stopped the enemy's attack. Near Vovchansk, operators of the Falcon Squad from the 57th Separate Motorized Infantry Brigade carried out a series of successful FPV drone strikes. The first target was a vehicle marked with the symbols of the propaganda outlet Severny Veter. The video clearly shows the moment of impact and the aftermath for the car. Next, the drone was directed at a self-propelled Non-AS artillery system. The strike hit directly into the barrel, making this attack especially striking. The sequence concluded with a truck carrying an occupier. After a precise maneuver, the drone hit the vehicle directly and the explosion destroyed both the transport and the soldier inside. In a short period of time, Falcon Squad disabled several enemy assets, all captured on video frame by frame. On the Pokrovska front, operators of Tureta from the Flying Skull unit carried out a series of precise FPV drone strikes. The first target was a vehicle destroyed by a direct hit. After the explosion, a Russian soldier can be seen near the wreck, moving helplessly. The following footage shows an attack on a group of 6 occupiers. The drones closed in on their targets one after another, leaving the enemy with no chance to escape. All were eliminated. The video clearly demonstrates how modern drones allow multiple targets to be destroyed in a short time, disrupting enemy activity on this sector of the front. Footage from the Pokrovska sector of the front, Donetsk region, captures a highly unusual episode. A Russian soldier attempts to confront a Ukrainian FPV drone in hand-to-hand fashion, holding nothing but a canister of gasoline. It's an obvious and extremely risky attempt to stop the drone. The video was filmed by FPV drone operators of the 414th UAV Brigade, known as the Birds of Madayar. It shows the drone closing in on its target while the enemy makes a desperate move that ends predictably. The full version of this video cannot be shown here, but you can find it via the link in the description. In Sumy region, the Solovey UAV group carried out a series of highly effective FPV drone strikes. The first episode immediately stands out. A single drone takes out 3 Russian soldiers at once. The footage shows the drone accelerating, locking onto its target, and after the explosion, all 3 are eliminated. Such a precise multi-target strike is rare and striking, but the operators didn't stop there. The next scene shows the destruction of an enemy field gun. The drone lines up, makes a sharp maneuver, and the hit renders the weapon completely unusable. Then we see an FPV drone targeting a motorcycle. The strike is sudden and accurate. The vehicle is destroyed along with the soldier riding it. The footage continues with 2 more occupiers being taken out. They attempted to take cover, but the drone camera caught them, and within seconds another explosion confirmed the result. Finally, the sequence concludes with a strike on an enemy shelter. The occupiers tried to hide, but the drone hit directly, collapsing their position. In total, during this single series of flights, the Solovey group eliminated multiple targets: 3 soldiers in 1 strike, an artillery gun, a motorcycle, 2 more enemy troops, and a fortified shelter. Each impact and its aftermath are clearly documented on video. Once again, these images prove how just a few FPV operators can inflict serious damage on enemy forces in a short amount of time.